Twitchell presents the Wisdom Notes, Volume 2, Number 7, page 38, July 1st, 1969. Dear Blessed One, the spiritual law rests upon the fact that it is possible for every man to unfold spiritually in a greater or lesser degree in one direction or another. He may seek to order his life and his relations with the forces on the basis of love or on its basis of power. These two lines are antithetical but are directly related with one another. And so far as it is possible to unfold in the same direction at the same time. This is a problem which every initiate faces in his slow journey to God. It is a problem that all persons must resolve themselves. What goal are you seeking in God? Is it love or power? This of itself is the source of conflict in every person who seeks the living master. We find there will come a crisis in the spiritual affairs of every initiate. Which road is he going to take? Is it the road of power, or is it the road of love? The struggle begins in the initiate to find that for which he is searching. It never ends until he is completely satisfied that whatever he seeks is truth. His whole mistake in the search for God through either love or power is that he fails to see each are only tributes of God. When the Master tells you that God is love, he's right. When he says that God is power, he's also speaking of the attributes of God. So being attributes, they are factors which can be analyzed. Love is the right hand road to God, and power is the left hand road to God. But these are hard roads to follow. Why not take the middle road, which is straight into the heart of God, without the hardships and suffering which comes from traveling the other roads? When one seeks God through the aspect of love, he is apt to lose the use of his reason. He wants to love all without restraint, and this leads to a breakdown in the moral and ethical fibers of society. It also leads to moral and emotional health problems. Man in his humane capacity cannot love all, but he can give goodwill on a universal basis. The mistake made by those today who advocate free love is that the body seems to offer an attractive escape from the problem of the mind. On the other hand, when one seeks power, he is putting the strength of his mind and body into a single channel to enforce his will upon others. He who makes claims that others are intolerant is usually guilty of the very accusation he makes. This is the rule of the iron glove. To follow the path of power brings one only to disaster. Thomas Gray, an 18th century poet, said in his famous poem, "The path of glory leads only to the grave." So many today are trying to seek God through the senses. This is the way that the path of love and the path of power lay. Either of them travel toward God via the intellectual. While this is better than no path still, it is not the highest path. The true enemy is the Kalniranjan, the negative force. The mistake is made by those who believe that love is power. We have the answer to love or power. That is the word of Ramamurta, a great Ekmaster during the time of Minos I, ruler of Crete. He said, soul can conquer body, mind, and call if one knows the techniques. Therefore, the remaining factor is, what are the techniques? The techniques of soul travel are given in the 4 sets of discourses. First, the ex-Satsang discourses. Second, the precepts of Ekankar. Third, soul travel, the illuminated way. And fourth, Ekankar, the secret way. Any of these can be used to conquer body, mind, and call. Of course, the initiate has his own word, that which will give him power over all things and the whole world. The initiate sits at the top of the 3 worlds, and in this position he is able to survey all that is within the kingdom of the Kal Niranjan. He considers himself fortunate to have ever escaped the trap of the Kal and arrives at this position. He understands and knows life as it is. And for what it is, there is nothing more than just is. Everything is to be accepted in this light. It is up to the initiate to take the path which he desires, but it is foolish to take any other path than that which leads straight ahead to the heart of God. One should not take the left-hand road of power, nor the right-hand road of love. Since God does not love anything but soul, it is useless to think of love, for the physical embodiment has little interest in the physical self. Its concerns is to get soul back into its heavenly home again in the perfect state, so it can serve as a co-worker with God. None can get any higher than this. If one seeks other path which seems so temporarily beautiful, he has wasted his time. Those who wish to leave Ek to start out on their own have put their misguided effort in another direction. They are seeking the long route to God and will not make it until they have returned to the path of Ek. Those who feel that they should not give up that last little part of their inner life to Ek, to surrender that last hold they have on material reality, are too making a mistake, for they will never enter the kingdom of heaven until this is done. God does not give up on anyone, but lets him have his own free will and choosing what he wishes to do. The Ekmaster never interferes with anyone's freedom of choice. What the individual wishes to do is his own affairs. Unless he seeks the advice of the master, he is bound by the spiritual law to remain silent until the initiate makes the request. But he always stands by the initiate and his inner presence, gently guiding the initiate through the hardship and suffering to a more glorious life. He knows and sees what is ahead for the initiate and will try to keep away all unnecessary problem and suffering. Therefore, whosoever believes on the Sugma shall know the difference between love and power, that both are merely the aspects of the Almighty, that in order to enter into the heavenly world he must be neither for nor against, must seek neither love nor power, but God for itself. My love embraces and protects you affectionately. Oh, thank you for listening.